In this lesson, we are going to be graphing linear inequalities. So we're going to be basically graphing lines that have an inequality symbol with them, which means we need to shade. Okay, so some steps that are in your notes. The first thing you need to do is you need to get the inequality into y equals mx plus b form. And again, make sure that you switch the direction of the inequality if you multiply or divide by a negative. And then you're going to use the slope and the y-intercept to graph it. I'll talk when we do this about solid or dotted lines and when you shade above or below the line, okay? So here we go. Here's the first one. The first step in our direction says to get it into y equals mx plus b form, which it already is. And so I know that this particular one crosses the y-axis at 1. And I know that it has a slope of positive 3. And remember, this is really 3 over 1. And positive lines, I know, go this direction. My top number tells me to go up or down. My bottom number tells me to go right or left. So it's a positive 3 over a positive 1. So that means I'm going to go up 3, rise. Well, my run is a positive 1, so right 1. Okay? Up 3, right 1. Or instead of going up and to the right, I could go down and to the left. But there's my line. Okay, then based on this symbol right here, you're going to decide, should I connect that with a solid or a dotted line? And if it's underlined, do you see how this is solid under here? Then you're going to connect those dots with a solid line. Okay. And then also based on that symbol, you're also going to decide whether you should shade above or below the line. And the only way this works, though, is to have it in y equals mx plus b form. It has to be that way, that y has to be on the left-hand side. Because it is less than, you're going to shade below the line. Okay, and some people have a hard time to deciding what's below and above the line. So I'm going to make two letters, an A and a B. And if you think about which one is below the line, hopefully you can picture that B is below the line. Okay, and so I will shade this, I will shade this direction down here, below the line. Okay, you can color it in olive oil if you want. It's just, I can't really do that on my smartboard. Here's another one. This one is not in y equals mx plus b form, so I have to get it there first. I will divide everything through by -2. And when I divide it by a negative, I need to remember to switch the direction of the inequality. So this will turn into greater than. Remember, there's this a little imaginary 1 right there. So this is really -1/2 x. 6 divided by -2 is -3. So this is the equation I'm basing things off of now. Have to have it in y equals mx plus b first. So this one crosses the y-axis at -3. And I got that right there. And it has a slope of -1/2. So that means I'm going to go down 1 since it's negative, and to the right 2 since it's positive. Remember that negative slopes always tilt this direction. So down 1, right 2. Or I could go up 1, left 2. Like that. Okay? Then, because my inequality symbol right there is not underlined, I will connect those dots with a dotted line. And so it should look like this. Okay, dotted line. And then you can see that it is a greater than symbol. So I need to shade all the spots that are greater than that line. So is A greater than the line, or is B greater than the line? And I hope you can picture that A is greater than the line. So I would shade above that line. Okay? All right. Couple more here. This one also is not in y equals mx plus b form, so I will get it there by adding 6x. And so I have y is less than or equal to 6x minus 12. Sorry, 3y is less than or equal to 6x minus 12. Divide by 3. Y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. So here's my equation now, or my inequality that I'm basing everything off of. It crosses the y-axis right here at -4. And it has a slope right there of +2. It's really 2 over 1. Remember, positive slopes go this direction. So I will go up 2 and right 1. Or I could go down 2 and left 1. This symbol right here is underlined, so I will connect those dots with a solid line. And it is a less than symbol, so I need to shade below the line. So here's a point, and here's a point, and hopefully you can picture that B is below the line. All right, and another one. I will subtract 4. And I have -2y is greater than -3x plus 4. Divide by -2. Y, because I divide by a negative, I need to switch the direction of the inequality. And then -3 divided by -2 is positive. Negative divided by a negative is positive. And 4 divided by -2 is -2. Okay, so here's my equation. I am going to cross the y-axis at -2. I have a slope of 3/2. It's positive, so I know it's going to go up as I move to the right. So top number tells me to go up 3. Bottom number tells me to go right 2 in this case. Up 3, right 2. Up 3, right 2. Or you could go down 3 and left 2. Like that. Because the inequality symbol is not underlined, I will connect it with a dotted line. And it is less than, so I will shade below that line. All right, this one's kind of weird because it only has one variable in it. So that should be a big hint to you that this is a horizontal line because my y values are kept constant. There is no x in this equation, so x doesn't matter. X can change, but my y values are kept constant at 5. It is a not underlined, so it is a horizontal line, and you will have a dotted line at 5 because it is not underlined. Okay, now, this means that you need to shade, I'm going to shade all the spots that are bigger than 5. All the spots that are bigger than 5. So you have two choices, A or B. In region A, would you say the spots are bigger than 5? Or in region B, would you say the spots are bigger than 5? And I would say in A. Okay? All right, here I only have an x in the equation, so hopefully you can picture that that is a vertical line. My x's are held constant at -3. It is underlined, and so it will be a solid line at -3. And I need to shade all the spots that are greater than -3. So your choices are to the right or to the left. Well, the spots to the right are greater than -3. And the last one, be careful. People want to just divide by negative and do that, but you have to have this in y equals mx plus b. So I'm actually going to flip-flop this. I'm going to switch these two around and switch this. So if I switch these two around, I have -y is less than 3x. Okay, now divide by -1. And because I divided by a negative, it needs to go like that. Okay? So, and this, and I have like a +0 back there, right? Really, that's that, but I have that +0. So it crosses my y-axis at 0. I have a slope of -3, so it's, and that's really -3 over 1. So I can go down 3 and right 1, or I could go up 3 and left 1. It is not underlined, so I will connect those with a dotted line. And I need all the spots that are above that line. So my choices are A or B. And above the line would be A. So I need to shade this direction. And that is that.